Alright, since May 5th, I've made about 16 Cobra Kai analysis videos. This is the first time I ever binge watched any series. I tried to get into The Walking Dead. I'm into the zombie apocalypse genre, but I wasn't feeling it. Dawn of the Dead 1978 is superior to anything The Walking Dead has ever done, but that's just my opinion. That's a different topic, but Cobra Kai, I watched it in one sitting. I think the reason why a lot of people are enjoying this is because it's real life. It's very relatable. Like the video I made about Hawk. I was Hawk when I was a little kid. I was shy and insecure. You know, I grew out of that. I relate with Johnny because I'm really nostalgic. You know, I live in the past. I'm still stuck in the 80s and 90s. I was born in 82, so I grew up on Karate Kid, leftover kung fu movies like Enter the Dragon from the 70s, Commando, Rambo, Bloodsport, all of that. That's what I saw as a kid. Pro wrestling when everyone was on steroids. So the 80s was very action oriented and larger than life. You look at Arnold here. This scene rules.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
See, that's what I saw as a kid in the 80s. Like, you gotta be jacked when you grow up. Like, now, I can't relate to the kids now, man. They wear tight-ass, nut-hugging girl jeans. They hang out at Starbucks all day with their guy friends. It's I don't get it. I don't get this current generation, because as a kid, I thought this is what you have to be. You gotta be freaking jacked. You gotta be an action hero. Pro wrestling, shit, I don't watch it as much as I used to because the product's not as good as it used to be. But I picked this up when I saw it at Walmart. Here Comes the Pain, because it's based on the 80s action figures, WWF figures. I like Brock Lesnar. He could beat you up in real life. And I saw an interview with Brock Lesnar. He says he lives in the middle of nowhere because he doesn't want to be around people. I could relate to that. I don't mind being around people. I like individuals. But for the most part, I think people are all the same. And I'd rather not be around people all the time. You know, I could totally hang out with people, but if it were up to me, I'd live in the middle of nowhere out in the desert and, you know, visit civilization every now and then. So yeah, that's what I saw. You gotta be jacked. My favorite wrestler as a kid, most people don't even know who this guy is, was Brian Crush Adams. Check this shit out.
Sunday morning quarterback, but when you're inside the ropes, oh, look at this. Power display here by the big guy. Oh, got him up. He's doing...
I mean, fucking Undertaker's like 320 pounds, man. He press slamming him. That was my favorite wrestler as a kid. I was a weird kid. I liked the guy that no one liked. You know, he wasn't one of the popular wrestlers, but yeah, man, I wanted to be a powerhouse like him when I was a little kid. The thing with Cobra Kai, though, is it uses relatable people. Like Johnny. Johnny isn't some hulking juggernaut of a guy. He's just a guy in his 50s, very fit, knows his shit, knows his karate, and he's realistic. He's real life. Like Crush here, man, 6'8", 300 pounds. Maybe you'll get corn-fed country boys in the South that are that big, but typically guys this big aren't walking around, so we can't really relate to that. It's cool to watch because it is over the top. It is like real-life superheroes, but yeah, you don't see it every day. You know, I try. I mean, I'm never going to be as big as this guy. It's genetics. But here's a fitness video I did a couple months ago. See, I got really fat. Look at that fucking roll right there back in 2014. Then I cleaned my act up. Got pretty jacked. But, yeah, man. This is, I always just want to be in shape because that's what I saw in the 80s, man. You have to be jacked, and that's always going to be in my head. You know, I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. I'm not trying to be a fitness YouTuber or anything. Fitness YouTubers, they get to work out all day. That's their job. They get sponsors. They get to work out all day. I'm just trying to keep the 80s alive. The 80s and 90s alive. I'm not a diva. I'm not trying to be shredded. If I want to eat cherry cola Oreos, I will. If people invite me to eat out, I'm not going to be a diva about it. Seafood diet. I see food, I eat it. You know, I'm just trying to have a balanced life. I'm just a guy. I go to work. I do YouTube. I do several YouTube channels. Doing my best on that. Helping me out. I take care of my cats. So I'm just a real life guy. And I think that's why I really like Cobra Kai a lot. It's relatable. I see myself in these characters. And a lot of you do too. A lot of you look at the characters and say, hey, I could relate to this person. You know, like, I don't like current Marvel. I think Marvel sucks now, but I'm an old school Marvel fan. And, you know, my favorite character is the Juggernaut. But he's not real life. You can't relate to that. No one is, you know, 9 feet tall, 1,000 pounds. You know what I mean? So Karate Kid's very realistic. You know, it's not bending the imagination at all. It's more like, wow, that's me. Oh, this inspires me. So that's my opinion on why Karate Kid's so enjoyable. I mean, Cobra Kai. Yeah, I hate everything. I think everything modern fucking sucks, man. I'm biased. I'll admit it, I'm biased. I'm stuck in the 80s and 90s, but this show is great. I really hope season 2 continues the momentum. I have like 20 topics in my head still. Like tonight, I gotta make an Aisha video. I gotta analyze the good soldier of Cobra Kai. That's how I label Aisha. She's a good soldier of Cobra Kai. She's the reliable, well-rounded student. And then I still have to make my Johnny versus Daniel, who's the better sensei video. And you guys leaving the comments, you guys keep inspiring me. This video came out of nowhere because I was talking about this series in my comment section, and you know, you guys keep inspiring me. It's like, that's it. That's why Cobra Kai is really good. It's real life. You know, you're not necessarily escaping from reality like when you watch pro wrestling or you read a Marvel comic book. This is more relatable to us normal people. All right, Aisha video analysis probably tonight. We gotta discuss the good soldier of Cobra Kai.